Welcome awesome people to my newest walkthrough and let's play for my channel, which is going to be on Pokemon Blue, old school style. So, basically, we're going to start this game off by talking to Professor Oak. And he goes, "Well, hello there, welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for fights. Myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. First, what is your name?" Okay, so for those who don't know me, my name is Lady Crimson, YouTube's friendly Aussie gal. Better known as Crimson, which is the name I'm going to be playing by in this game, just like I did in Pokemon Ruby as well. Alright, basically I should probably start off by explaining why I'm doing Pokemon Blue as well as Pokemon Ruby. Basically, Pip Knight and myself have decided to do both Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue, just like we did Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire together. So, he's doing Pokemon Red and I'm doing Pokemon Blue. So, you'll get to see, from his point of view, Pokemon Red, so all the exclusives from that version of the game, whilst from my perspective, you'll get all the exclusives from Pokemon Blue, as well as a slightly different perspective as well as in playing styles, because obviously we both play with different gaming styles. Okay, so that's basically the introduction to this LP and walkthrough. So, onwards with the game. Right. So your name is Crimson. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. And what's his name again? I think Professor Oak needs to take a pill for his amnesia. He can't even remember his own grandson's name. But anyways, for my game, my rival's name will not be Gary, even though it's quite tempting to put his name as Gary. But instead, I'm going to put my rival's name as Pimp. Yes, short for Pimp Knight. Seeing how he is doing Pokemon Red, so let's make our rival Pimp just for the fun of it. That's right, I remember now. His name is Pimp. Crimson, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. I minimized and trapped inside of a body of a guy. Well, thank God the name Crimson is unisex. Okay, so we start the game off in our room, like any other game. And, yeah, oh my God, this brings back so many memories. We're playing the SNES, the good old Super Nintendo. Okay, it's time to get going, I think. So, also in our room is a PC, so let's boot this up, and we've got the option of withdrawing an item, disposing an item, toss item, or log off. And stored within the PC is a potion, so let's take that, and we'll do it from there. Alright, so leave your room, and, well, usually your mum has a yarn with you, however in this one, she doesn't actually say anything. She goes, "Right, all boys leave home someday. Da-de-da-de-da," and Professor Oak's next door looking for us, so let's leave. Basically, at the beginning of the game, we start off in Pallet Town. So there's not much here. There's our house here, next door is Pimp's house, and then below down here is Professor Oak's laboratory. So I'm just going to show you Pimp's house. Yes, I'm just going to go raid his house. Basically, all we're finding there is his sister. And she goes, "Hi Crimson, Pimp is out at Grandpa's lab." Alright, so to begin this, we need to walk out this way, and as we do that, Professor Oak comes out of the woodwork and tells us to hold up. It's unsafe while Pokemon live in the tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. And with that, he takes us to his lab and invites us in. So let's follow him. And look, Pimp's there as well. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Pimp, let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Crimson. There are 3 Pokemon here. Ha 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 ha. They are inside the Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. In my old age, I have only 3 left. But you can have 1. Choose. Hey, Gramps, what about me? Be patient, Pimp. You can have 1 too. Yes, Pimp, ladies first. Alright, so 3 Pokemon to choose from for my starter Pokemon. Who should I pick? Let's see who they are first. First up, Charmander, the lizard Pokemon. Obviously prefers hot places. When it rains, steam is said to sprout from the tip of its tail. So you want the fire Pokemon, Charmander? Not too sure. What about this one? Squirtle, the tiny turtle Pokemon. After birth, its back swells and hardens into a shell. Powerfully sprays foam from its mouth. So, you want the water Pokemon, Squirtle? Not too sure about that one either, Gramps. What about this one? Bulbasaur, the seed Pokemon. A strange seed was planted on its back at birth. The plant sprouts and grows with this Pokemon. So you want the plant Pokemon, Bulbasaur? I'm not entirely sure either. Who to choose? This decision decides my fate for this game. But I reckon for this LP, I'm gonna go with a fire type Pokemon, Charmander, because I went with a water type Pokemon in Ruby. So yes, we want the fire type Pokemon, Charmander. This Pokemon is really energetic. So we have received our starter Pokemon, Charmander. And at this point in time, I'm not going to nickname my Pokemon. So here comes Pimp to decide which Pokemon he wants. I'll take this one then. And he gets Squirtle. And irony is, he is playing with a Squirtle in his Pokemon Red walkthrough. Alrighty, so we just got ourselves a Charmander. Ha ha ha! Wait, Crimson. Let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. Yeah, I knew it was too good to be true. I'm not leaving this lab alive, am I? Alright, so it's a battle of the century. Well, the first one anyway. Pimp wants to fight. So Pimp sent out Squirtle at level 5. So out comes my Charmander. Alright then, Pimp, bring it on. Scratch attack. And that does a decent amount. Alright, so Charmander knows Scratch and Growl. Squirtle knows Tail Whip and Tackle Attack, I think. Whilst Bulbasaur knows Tackle and Growl off the top of my head. So basically, for this, just scratch away at Squirtle's HP, or with Squirtle just go for the Tackle Attack, and basically in the end you will end up winning. Just hoping you don't get a crit. Alright, so there's a crit hit there, and for those who don't know, in Generation 1 games, your crit hit ratio depends on your speed. So obviously the faster you are, the more crits you'll land. Like so. So with that, Squirtle goes down with ease. Charmander gains 70 experience points and grows to level 6. That's pretty damn sweet. So Crimson defeated Pimp. Haha. What? Unbelievable! I picked the wrong Pokemon. You sure did. It's 175 Pokédollars for the win. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon fight to toughen it up. Crimson, Gramps, smell you later. Yeah, smell you later too. That's basically will be his catchphrase for this walkthrough. Okay, so with that we're going to leave Professor Oak's laboratory and begin our Pokemon adventure. However, before I do, let's go have a look on the options. So, attack speed obviously fast, battle motion on, and to make this more challenging, I'm going to set battle style to set, meaning I can't switch after I defeat a Pokemon. And speaking of difficulty, this is going to be proven to be quite a challenge for me because this will be my first official run through Pokemon Red or Blue. As well as that, I'm already at a disadvantage because the first gym contains all rock-type Pokemon and Charmander won't be very good in the first gym, nor the second gym. But with that, let's go back to what's happening at the moment We're on Route 1, I think it is, and we're going to speak to this guy, and he works at the Pokemart. And he says it's a convenience shop located in Viridian City and any other main city in this game. And he's going to be so generous and give us a sample of what they have to sell, and we get a potion. So that's potion number 2. Okay, so la-di-da-di-da, let's continue on Route 1, walking through the grass, waiting to be jumped. Although I get pretty lucky, I don't get jumped at all. Wow. That's odd. I usually get jumped at least a couple of times. Alright, so we're in Viridian City, and we're going to heal up our Pokemon at the Pokemon Center. And our Pokemon are back to full fighting spirits. Yay! So with that, we're going to leave the Pokemon Center and have a quick little dawdle around Viridian City. So we've got our Pokemart there where we can buy items and all that. Some random house. This way leads to Route 22, which is on the way to Indigo Plateau. Up here, whoa, what's he doing on the ground? You can't go through here, it's private property. Hey, Sprout, get off my lawn. Haha. Alright, so basically we can't head up that way just yet. However, to do that, we need to go visit the Pokemart. So we go into the Pokemart. We got a little message here saying, "Hey, you came from Pallet Town. You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Will you take it to him?" So, received Oak's parcel. So, with that, let's head back to Pallet Town and deliver the parcel, because we're good Samaritans like that. So, back onto Route 1, and this time we have a little bit more advantage, because we can just jump these ledges to dodge all the grass. Nostalgic music for the win. Oh crap. I knew that was going to happen. So, Wild Rattata has appeared at level 3. So, first wild Pokemon battle for this episode. So, basically, I'm just going to scratch it, and Tail Whip misses. Scratch attack for the win. That brings it down to the red, and that's also a critical hit. So, red attack goes for Tail Whip again, lowering my defense. I'm just going to finish it off with a scratch attack. And red attack goes down. 24 experience. And another one appears 2 steps later. And this time it's a Pidgey at level 2. So Pidgey only knows Gust at this level. So this is going to be a pretty easy battle. Alright. It goes for the Gust. Oh, that's a crit hit. Didn't really seem like it. Scratch attack for the win. Yay! And it's another critical hit. Wow! And Charmander grows level 7. Okay, so we're back in Pallet Town. So, let's go see Professor Oak and deliver his parcel. Hello, Gramps! Oh, Crimson! How is my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to like you a lot. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What? You have something for me? So we delivered Oak's parcel to Professor Oak. Oh, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thank you. Gramps! Hello, Pimp. What did you call me for? Oh, wrong voice. Oh, I have a request of you two. On the desk there is my invention, Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Crimson and Pimp, take these with you. So we received the Pokédex from Professor Oak, and Pimp has 2. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old. I can't do it. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. Ha ha ha. Because I'm so lazy. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps. Leave it all to me. Crimson, I hate to say it, but I don't need you. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Crimson. Ha ha ha. When that, spell you later. What the? No way is he gonna get a head start on me. Alright, so let's leave Professor Oak's lab and take a visit to Pimp's house to talk with his sister. Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Here, this will help you. And with that we get a town map from Pimp's sister, even though we weren't supposed to get one at all. So basically the town map is an easy way to find your way around the Kanto region, which is where we're located in 1st Gen. So yeah, Route 1, Viridian City. So basically, if you don't, because at the beginning we don't have fly, we can just see where we're heading and all that, and where we are at the moment. Alright, so enough of looking at the town map, let's head on, back onto Route 1, and do a little bit more Pokemon training, hopefully. Yep, here we go, next Pokemon battle. Up against a wild Rattata at level 3. So basically, the first couple of episodes may be a bit slow due to training Charmander and the other Pokemon that I hope to catch in this episode as well. So please forgive me if it is a bit slow. But yeah, this training really needs to be done. So the 3rd scratch does take out the wild Rattata, 24 experience and no level up. Also, I think I would like to get Charmander to at least level 10 before I verse Pimp again. So, because off the top of my head he has Squirtle at level 8 and a Pidgey at level 9. So it will be a bit of a challenge when I do go up against him. Alright, so meanwhile, Scratch Attack does half, Gust crits me, putting me down to 14 HP, and Scratch almost takes it out. Pidgey continue using Gust, that's another crit hit, damn it. And Pidgey goes down to a Scratch Attack. Oh, another one. Just when you thought I could evade any Pokemon in the world, I just starting to get jumped constantly now. So another Pidgey at level 3 has appeared. Let's take this out purely for the experience and looking at critical hits, haha. So Pidgey's going for the Gust because that's the only move it knows. Scratch Attack for the win. And Pidgey goes down. No level 8 yet. Mustn't be too far off. Okay, so we're back in Viridian City, and obviously the first thing I'm going to do is heal my Pokemon. So welcome to our Pokemon Center. We will happily heal your Pokemon back to full health. Yes, please. Thank you, your Pokemon are fighting fit again. We hope to see you again. Yeah, that's... Why do they predict my Pokemon are get injured again? That's how they make their money. Alright, so obviously I just entered the Pokemon Mart, and I'm gonna buy some Pokeballs, because I would like to catch a Pokemon in this episode as well. So I think I'm gonna start off with 5 Pokeballs, and that's $1,000 down the drain, but that's money well spent. And with that we're gonna leave the Pokemart and make our way to Route 22, which is west of Viridian City. So Alright, so Route 22, where we also converse Pimp again. But before I do it, I'm going to take a stroll in the grass here, see who I find, and what do you know? Straight off the bat is the Pokemon that I wanted to catch. Nidoran Female at level 3. Okay, so hopefully I don't kill this thing by accident. Scratch Attack is doing a good decent amount, plus it knows Growl, so this is going to be pretty easy to catch, I reckon. So it's down to yellow now. It's going to continue growling me, which I don't mind at all, to be honest. Goes for the growl yet again. One more scratch should do it. Down in the red, where I want it. And I'm hoping growl isn't its only move, otherwise it's going to be a big pain in the ass to train. So, Pokeball, go! 1, 2, 3, main! Alright, Nidoran Female was caught. New Pokédex stat will be added for Nidoran Female. So, Nidoran Female, the poison pin Pokemon. Although small, its venomous barbs render this Pokemon dangerous. The female has smaller horns. And again, I will not nickname my Nidoran Female, because I want to leave that for later on. Okay, so with that, well, before I do, let's have a look at Nidoran Female. Oh, look at that! How lucky was I! 1 HP it has left. Okay, and it does no tackle, so, whew, I was starting to think it didn't have another move. Alright, so obviously before I go training, I'm going to heal my Nidoran female at the Pokemon Center. So, hello again. Heal my Pokemon, please. Okay, they're back to fighting fit spirits. So, Pokemon, let's switch Nidoran female to the lead. And for training, let's head back to Route 1. And I'll just do a little bit of training. Maybe just grow Nidoran female to 1 level. Then I'll move on, do something else, and then we'll call it an episode. So, well, Pidgey has appeared at level 3. And Nidoran female from behind looks like a little, like the head of a rabbit. How cute's that? So, Pidgey goes for the Gust. That does 5 damage. Tackle, yeah, that did a decent amount. So, Pidgey's going to continue using Gust. Down to 6. Hopefully this thing doesn't crit. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch out here. So let's switch Nidoran female out into Charmander to allow Charmander to finish the job. So scratch for the win. Alrighty, so Nidoran female gains 11. However, Charmander does grow to level 8. Still no move. Slightly disappointed. Okay, so that's what I excuse me. What I demonstrated just there was probably one of the most easiest ways to train your Pokemon, I guess, in any generation, is to put your weaker Pokemon first in your party, have them come out, and then switch them out. They'll still grow, gain some experience at a fight, even though they didn't make the winning kill. So with that, I just healed the Pokemon Center one more time, and now I'm going to head up here, and you'll obviously notice that the old man has moved. And if you just examine the tree here, we're going to find another potion. So that's potion number 3. So to end this episode, I'm going to talk to the old man. Oh, I've had my coffee now, and I feel great. Sure, you can go through. Are you in a hurry by any chance? Not really. I see, you're using a Pokédex. When you catch a Pokemon, Pokédex is automatically updated. But you don't know how to catch a Pokemon? I'll show you how to then. So here comes the tutorial on how to catch Pokemon. So the old man has found a Weedle at level 5. And he has no Pokemon, however he does have 50 Pokeballs. I want that many. And somehow miraculously catches a Weedle without weakening it. I wish I was that lucky. First you need to weaken the target Pokemon. Ha ha ha. Yeah, lucky old man. Okay, so that wraps it up for episode 1 of Pokemon Blue. So in the next episode, we're going to do a little bit more training with Nidoran female and Charmander by heading onto Route 2, I think, and Viridian Forest, and then we'll backtrack a little bit and have our first official rival battle with Pimp. So until then, this is Lady Crimson saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!